My dear children of class 7, a pleasant and cheerful morning to all. I am Sugandhi, your social science teacher. Today we will start chapter 1 of civics textbook. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of equality. Children, India is a democratic country. What is democracy? Already you studied in class 6. Democracy is the form of government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Repeat again, children. Democracy is the form of government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Good. The word democracy means rule by the people. Okay, it comes from two Greek words. Demos means people, and kratos means rule. Democracy is a form of government in which people rule themselves either directly or through representatives. Can you understand, children? The essence of democracy is equality. In a democratic country like India, every adult, irrespective of their religion, class, caste, or education, is free to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. In a democracy, universal adult franchise is important. Children, tell me, what is universal adult franchise? All citizens who are 18 years and above have the right to vote. Everyone, irrespective of their caste, religion, color, educational background, race, and financial conditions, are free to vote. This is called universal adult franchise. The concept of universal adult franchise is based on equality. Okay. This universal adult franchise ensures that all people are treated equally. Okay. Children, tell me now, who's allowed to vote in India? Yes, in a democratic country like India, all adults aged 18 years or above, irrespective of their religion, education, caste, rich or poor, are allowed to vote. Okay? Good. There are three key elements of democratic government. One is people's participation. The other one is resolution of conflict, that means resolving issues. The next one is equality and justice for all. Equality is the main feature of democracy. What is equality? Equality means the state of being the same, especially in status, rights, or opportunities. Children, the Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal. This means that every individual in the country, including male and female persons from all castes, religions, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds, are recognized as equal. Is it clear? Okay. Every person is equal before the law. No person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, or whether they are male or female or male. Okay. Every person has access to all public places like temples, banks, hospitals. Okay. These are all the public places, library. Every person has access to all public places. Untouchability has been abolished. Okay. Children, what do you mean by the term Constitution of India? It is a supreme law of India. Okay, and it's used by the Prime Minister, his cabinet of ministers, and the courts to govern the country. Okay, it is the supreme law or set of rules in India that govern us all. It was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on the 26th of November 1949. However, it only came into effect on the 26th of January 1950. Okay, children, this is why we celebrate Republic Day. Okay, on 26th of January, we used to celebrate Republic Day or not? Okay, this is why, this is the reason we celebrate Republic Day. The Indian Constitution treats every person as equal. This means that every individual in the country, including male and female persons, all castes, religions, okay, with educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. Children, do you understand? Right. We will move on to our next topic. There are some in a democratic country like India, equality and inequality exists. On one hand, there is equality in the form of universal adult franchise. On the other hand, inequality is exercised through differences in income. The most common form of social inequality in India is the caste system. Okay, the scheduled castes or Dalits have long been treated unequally. Even today, in many places in India, they are denied to access the facilities like potable water, temples, education, and employment. Okay, children, let us study I have given a case study as an assignment. Okay, in our WhatsApp group, I am going to give a case study. You can analyze yourself and find the solution for that. We have studied that the caste, gender, and religion play an important role in determining whether or not people are treated equally. Okay, we must remember that all individuals are equal. They deserve to be given the same respect and dignity as the other members of the society. Okay, the Indian Constitution recognizes the concept of equality. The Article 15 of Indian Constitution makes provisions to treat people equally and with dignity. Our government has tried to enforce equality as mentioned in the Constitution through various laws and various schemes for the disadvantaged sections of the society. One of the important schemes that the government has introduced is the midday meal scheme. In this scheme, all children in all government elementary schools are provided with cooked lunch. Okay, children, midday meal is a popular scheme launched by the government of India on 15th August 1995. The purpose of this scheme is to provide elementary education to all children and provide nutrition for the children of the disadvantaged group at the same time. When was the midday meal scheme introduced in Tamil Nadu? Already I mentioned on 15th August 1995. Okay, midday meal scheme, that is a nutritious, previously the name was different. Okay, in Tamil we used to call as Sattunavu Thittam. The nutritious meal program was introduced by the Chief Minister Dr. Puratchi Thalavar MGR on 1/7/1982. Okay, but the midday meals was introduced by Chief Minister Karmaveerar K. Kamaraj during the year 1956. Chief Minister K. Kamaraj launched the midday meal scheme with an aim to improve school enrollment and to reduce dropouts by providing free meals. Tamil Nadu was the first state in India to introduce this scheme, and in 2001 the Supreme Court asked all state governments to begin this program in their schools within 6 months. Children, let us discuss the few benefits of the midday meal program. This scheme has led to a significant rise in the number of girl students and the enrollment of a number of poor children. Children who fail to attend the classes earlier are more regular now after this midday meal program. Some children started attending school merely to get this free wholesome meal. The scheme also helps to reduce caste distinctions as children of both upper caste and lower caste have the meal together. It also brought about some important social change. Women and people from economically disadvantaged sections have been employed as cooks and assistants. This, in a small way, helps in the addressing gender and case inequalities and unequal access to education. Okay. More poor children have begun enrolling and regularly attending school. Uh, the midday meal also helped reduce caste prejudices because both lower and upper caste children in the school eat this meal together. And in quite a few places, Dalit women have been employed to cook the meal. The midday meal program also helps reduce the hunger of the poor students who often come to school and cannot concentrate because their stomachs are empty. Okay, children, look at this picture clearly. Here, this is a picture of Rosa Parks. The children, the concept of equality is not as simple as it appears. In a democratic nations of the world, um, there remains some amount of inequality. In United States of America, the European nations have their own share of inequalities. For example, in USA, people from the southern states of Texas and Georgia were treated as lacking in social ways and culture. In Britain too, okay, the in USA, the African American African Americans, that is, people of African origin, had been subjected to unequal and unjust treatment. Rosa Parks, an African American woman, on 1st December 1955, became started agitation against the discriminatory practices. Okay, um, while she was returning after a long and tiring day's work, she refused to give her seat to a white man. People of African origin were supposed to give seats to the white people in the bus. Her refusal started a huge agitation against the fair skinned white people. This came to be known as the Civil Rights Movement. The government enforced the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that prohibited discrimination on the grounds of race, religion, color, or creed. Okay, children, civil rights movement was a movement that began in USA in the 1950s, in which African American people demanded and fought for equal rights and an end to social discrimination. Children, all religions, the constitutions of all states, and the policies of almost all political parties embrace the concept of equality, in spite of which inequality has not been removed. Um, it only means that the struggle to achieve equality is indeed a very long and not as easy as it appears to be. There are people and communities who always struggle to achieve equality in whatever way possible. In the next few chapters, we shall try to look at how the issues of equality affect our everyday life and what can be done to uphold human dignity. Okay, here we reach the end of this session. Have a nice day, children. Thank you. stay home, stay safe, and stay connected.